Hey, it's me, hidden behind this seafood boil. It's Miss Renee, and we're back for another day of healthy and wealthy. And I know most of the time we talk about being healthy, but today I want to talk about the steps that we need to take to be wealthy. So I got my beloved sauce, of course. I keep saying I'm gonna try another sauce, but I can't seem to do it. So I got my corn, my eggs. I got some more clams today, some shrimps, some scallops, and hidden up under here somewhere is some beef sausages. I'm so hungry. I've been working all day long. I'm so hungry. So this is the bomb. Have y'all tasted the Canada Dry ginger ale lemonade? Oh, it's everything. Everything. So outside of that, of course, we got the potatoes and all of that. But I also have here, I don't want to waste it. I don't know if you can see it. It's smoked oysters, and this right here is crab. Crab meat. I just got the little thing right here of crab meat, and I'm just eating the regular smoked oysters. Last time I had fried oysters, but today I'm going to try something new. I forgot my spoon. Maybe I don't need a spoon. Anyway, let's say grace. Thank you, Lord, for the food that I'm about to receive, for the nourishment of my body. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. So I got my notes over here of the things that I want to talk about. One of the things that I want to talk about is if people actually believe the fact that, you know how people say whatever your mind can conceive, whatever your mind can conceive and you can believe, you can achieve. Have you ever really stopped to think about that? Because I have. Because I got tired of hearing it. Like, okay, my mind can conceive me having $1 million. Where is that? You know. But then you gotta hone in on the second part. The second part of that is what you believe. And I think that this is where a lot of people get a little bit twisted, because there's a difference between knowing something and believing it. We know a lot of information. We have a lot of information. We watch TV, we're on YouTube, we watch the news. So we have a lot of information, but how much of it do you believe? How much of it do you believe, good and bad? Because things work in reverse. If you got hurt by your boyfriend, do you believe that all men are dogs now? And if you believe that all men are dogs now, do you attract dogs now? Because you can only have what you believe. If you believe you'll never be rich, then you'll never be rich. God ain't gonna force nothing on you. And a lot of people out here saying, oh, I don't want to be rich. I don't need to be rich. I just want to be okay. I just want to be able to pay my bills and go on vacation once a year. How many of you know that being rich ain't just about you? That's hot. That butter sauce is spicy. You see those onions, green peppers? I left them real chunky this time because I wanted to see what it tasted like to have the chunky green peppers, onions, and garlic on there. Done up the ante on that butter sauce. Yes. But it's hot. How many of you know having money ain't just for you? First of all, number one, you're supposed to be advancing the kingdom of God. You partnering with God to help about what's going on here in the earth. Ain't nowhere in the world we're not just asking you to pray all the time. We actually need your help. That means we need you physically helping and financially helping. You look at Oprah and all of them and you say, oh, well, Oprah got the money. Oh, yeah, Oprah, bought everybody shoes in Africa because she got the money. Don't you know before Oprah got that money, that she planned to buy all the kids in Africa shoes before she even got the money? And that might be one of the reasons God blessed her with it. God knows your motives for being rich. Is it just for you? Is it just for you to buy stuff for you and your family and keep your bills paid and all this kind of stuff? What about the kids that's down the street from you that ain't got no shoes? What about them? What about the old lady across the street who used to watch your kids while you went to work, and now she's old and she needs some help paying her light bill or her gas bill or whatever? You ain't got it? It ain't just for you. That's why I say you have to aim higher than just what you need. Because there's people in the world who need your help. Not just prayer, not just physically, but financially too. Wouldn't you love to have the money to help your mother so that she can live the rest of her life without having to pay bills? You pay off her house, pay off her car, help your dad, help your little sister go to college, help your brother get all his stuff for his football, career and stuff, and get his art supplies and things like that. What's wrong with helping putting a few kids through college that you used to know, growing up and everything? That's what I be saying. When somebody asks you how much money you want, stop just thinking about yourself. You need money for yourself, and you need money for other people. All right. So now that we have established that you need money for yourself and you need money for other people, my question to you is, what age do you want to retire? Let's just say you say 60, which I know a lot of you young people, I'm going to say 50. But let's just say 60. My second question to you is, how old do you plan on living? Do you plan on being 70? Do you plan on being 80? Do you plan on being 90? Just for observation's sake, let's say you're going to live till you're 90. So, from 60 to 90, you got to live 30 years retired. Now, my next question is, I got to crack my egg. My next question is, how much money do you want to live on every month? Is it $5,000? Is it $10,000? Like, how much money would make you feel comfortable at the end of the month? I'm just gonna say, for me, I feel like I would be comfortable off $10,000 a month. So, $10,000 a month. Let me see. $10,000 a month. I wonder, do I even have a calculator on one of y'all? Maybe not. So anyway, you do the math. $10,000 a month for 12 months is, what's that, $120,000? So times that, $120,000 times 30. And look at what number you come up with. As a matter of fact, just because y'all think I'm out here playing, Do $5,000 a month. And look how much that come out to. I promise y'all, it's a higher number than you said in your head. You gotta live 30 years without working on a fixed income, because you better not spend $6,000 and your budget is $5,000. You can't live long going over your budget. So that's what I'm saying. Tell me right now, what is your budget? 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. It depends on your bills and your lifestyle. But whatever that is, you need to come up with a number. Why? Because you need a number you need a goal. It's a goal. You need to have that number in the bank when you retire. You can't just be aimless with it like, I'm going to just see how much I got. No. I hate to say it, but it's a lot of senior citizens out here struggling, out here still working. Not that there's nothing wrong with working, because a lot of people like to work because it keeps them busy. But a lot of seniors is out here working because they still have to. They 65 and 70 years old, still getting up and going to work every day. Some of them because they want to, but a lot of them because they have to. Because they didn't have this number that I'm talking to you about in their mind when they was young. How much money do I need to live off of when I retire? Because Social Security is a joke. If you relying on Social Security, you might as well forget it. First of all, Social Security might not even be around. Why? Because you got less people working. People ain't working like they used to. People would rather sit at home, collect an unemployment check, disability, or just get high and say, hey, I'm gonna sell weed, or I'm gonna strip, or I'm gonna do whatever. Money ain't going into my 401k or none of that. But I'm gonna just, I don't want to work. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do nothing. You got more people like that than ever before. People are addicted to prescription drugs. And you got a lot of people who are legitimately sick. Like, when I say legitimately sick in their mind, and just, have a lot of anxiety, or I see a lot of that, a lot of anxiety. People have a lot of personality disorders. And I'm noticing that. Like, there is so many people that just cannot cope with life. So many people that can't get over what happened to them when they was young. So many people can't get over the abuse. It was traumatizing, I'm sure. I'm sure it was. I just pray that we find a way to get through it, because It's a shame to spend most of your life unhappy and to spend the rest of your life unhappy as well over the things that happen, you know, before in your life. I just wish it was a way that people could actually control, like just turn it off. Turn all the noise off, turn the anxiety off, turn the fear off, and just live. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so great to just be free from that? To just be free from that. From all the anger and frustration and all of that. It's just free from that. But I know it's not that easy. It's easier said than done. I am going to try an oyster, but I put it in the shell so I can scoop it. This is one of the smoked oysters that I showed you. It's raining outside. Glad I got in the house before it started raining. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But one of the things that I want to talk to you today is about the fact that you have the power to take possession of your own mind and direct it to whatever ends that you may desire. Now, I told y'all that I was going to be, I got a lot of this information from just books that I read, you know, because, you know, coming up, we don't have no psychiatrists and all that kind of stuff. You know, not in my family anyway. We didn't have the money to do all of that. So I kind of was self-educated, and I just read a lot of books because I guess I was determined to get over all of the stuff that was holding me hostage. Like, God, I can't hold on to this. I need you to direct me in the path of a way for me to get rid of this stuff. Because I want to be successful in life. I want everything that God got for me. I want to be healed in my body, in my soul, in my spirit. I want to be healed financially. I want to be set free and delivered from everything that has me bondage and is holding me hostage. The book that I'm talking about is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book I have studied. It changed my life. It let me know that the only barrier that's in my life is in my mind. And if I change my mind, I can do and I can have everything that I want. I had to forgive some people. Spice is getting your throat. I had to forgive people that didn't deserve forgiveness. But I was willing to do anything to be free. I was willing, and I still am. I still got a lot of things to break. But the first thing I did was decided I didn't want to be that way no more. Once I decided I didn't want to be that way no more, God just started moving me. He started running me into certain people that was telling me stuff. He started bringing me books and people and people on the radio and people on YouTube. He started directing my path for me to listen and learn things that would help me prepare my mind to make better decisions and to not be scared and to not be fearful like I was in the past. How to correct my personality to not be so passive, to be more authoritative, to be more assertive about what I wanted, and to go out and get it. I'm still working on it. I have taken steps towards it, and I feel like I'm getting better at it. It's a daily struggle. It's a daily work that you have to do. But I just wanted to let you know that the things that I'm about to tell you right now comes out of the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You can download it on your Kindle for about $2. Buy it from the store for about $5. Or if you just want to listen to some of Napoleon Hill stuff for free, just go on YouTube. Make sure you refer back to my first video where I go a little bit more in depth about Napoleon Hill and who he was. Now, Napoleon Hill talked about how all success begins with a definite purpose. Definite means defined. Something that you have thought about, something that you have written down, and something that you have a roadmap to on how to get there. Not just, I want me a Gucci belt. No. That's not definite of purpose. The difference between wanting something and having a definite purpose for it is, I want me a Gucci belt. I'm going to get me a job at Walmart. I'm going to save $50 out of each check until I get enough to buy the belt. And then you go and you fill the application out. You dress yourself, get ready, go to the place and get the job and actually do what you said you was gonna do. Because a lot of times people even write it all the way down and everything. But when it comes to actually doing what you said you was going to do, that's the part right there that gets all mixed up and messed up because you don't do it. You done did all that. You done wrote up the plans and everything. Crab meat. And then when it came to carrying out and executing, you let FEAR or unbelief keep you from carrying out the plans that you wrote down. But when you wrote them down, it sounded like a really good plan. It sounds very sound. But because it might have took you 3 times or 4 or 5 times to go on job interviews and you didn't get the first job, now you want to give up. Okay, the plan was to get a job at Walmart, but Walmart didn't hire you. So now you got to put a job in at Sears. Sears didn't hire you. Now you got to put another job in at Kroger. Kroger didn't hire you. But guess what? I got a lawnmower in the garage. Do I have to wait on somebody to hire me? Or could I take my lawnmower, my garbage bags, my broom, and my dustpan and go make my own money? And then buy my belt. Like, it's so many variables. You gotta think and grow rich. Things don't just come to you easily. A lot of times people got a record. A lot of times there's a lot of things against you. You can't get your driver's license. Because now you got jobs that won't even hire you if you don't have a driver's license. You can't pass the drug test. It's a lot of stuff that is coming against a lot of people. But you know what? Just because you made some bad decisions in your life don't mean that your life over. You know, your life is harder, but your life is harder because of the decisions that you made. So guess what? You got to live with the decisions that you made. But do you just quit? Do you just quit because you got a felony record? Do you just quit trying to stop smoking weed so that you could get a good job? Do you just quit drinking? You know, trying to stop drinking so that you can get up on time and focus your life? You have to try every single day to become a better person than you was yesterday. And it's a step-by-step process. Some days you fail, maybe every other day you fail. But you have to get back to it. You have to get back to it. Nobody is, listen. Stop waiting on somebody else to come save you. Because I'm going to tell you what. And if you really think about it, this right here is on point. Why should anybody care about you more than you care about yourself? Stop thinking you always need help outside of yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get it. That's what you sitting there waiting on, somebody to help you. And ain't nobody coming. I mean, I ain't saying, you know, your mama and them ain't gonna, you know, do something for you. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Don't nobody want to do nothing for nobody who ain't really trying to do nothing for themselves. People want to see you struggling. People want to see you catching a bus. People want to see you cleaned out. People want to see you with clean clothes on and your teeth brushed and your hair done. People want to see you out here, you know, trying. You know, clean your house up. You know, start praying, asking God to help you. For all of those who believe in God. You know, volunteer. I've known a lot of people that volunteered places and they actually got to meet some very interesting people through volunteering. Volunteering actually helps you because now you know your life ain't as bad as you thought it was. Or maybe it is. But at least through volunteering, you can meet somebody else who's going through something just like you are, and so that you know that you're not going through things alone. You know you're not the only one that's out here struggling. So, I want to talk about the riches that you may enjoy if you take possession of your mind and direct it to whatever end you choose. Number one, sound health. About to lose my egg. Sound health. We're not supposed to be sick. We're supposed to have sound health. No ailments, no nothing. That's a part of getting possession of your mind. Did you know most people, and we want to say more than 50% of people that go to the hospital or through the emergency room or something are not even sick? They are diseases and symptoms that people make up in their minds. Google it. That's where mental health comes in at. You're just tired. And your mind is exhausted. So you feel physically sick. Number two, taking possession of your mind and directing it to the end of your choice gives you peace of mind. How many of y'all need some peace of mind? How many of y'all want to be free from being frustrated, from worrying all the time about how you're going to get this, how you're going to do that, how I'm going to pay my rent, how I'm going to pay my car note, how I'm going to pay my light bill, or stuff like, am I going to die today? Just stuff that we make up in our minds that scare us to death. Anxiety driven stuff. Look at that big old scallop. What about number three? A labor of love of your own choosing. How many of y'all would like to do what you want to do as a job instead of just working a job that you gotta work because you can't get no other job? That's what'll happen if you take possession of your mind and stop letting your mind possess you. Stop letting your mind control you and think its own thoughts and scare you to death. Take back possession of your mind. Taking possession of your mind frees you from fear and worry. We already been talking about that. Taking possession of your mind gives you a positive mental attitude. Have you ever met somebody who just mean as hell? Every time you talk to them, they sarcastic. They never have nothing good to say. It's always something wrong. You hate everybody. Everybody piss you off. You always need a cigarette. You always need a drink because life itself is just hell. And, rather than kill yourself, you would rather just, be here and just, be in anguish, which we should not think about killing ourselves. Let me put that right there and there. But if you're getting to the point where you're thinking about that, you need to make some changes. You need to get possession over your mind. So you say, Renee, how do you get possession over your mind? By listening to positive things, by reading positive things, by being around positive people, by doing positive things, by staying out of negative places, staying away from negative people, stop watching negative TV, stop doing things negative like drinking, smoking, doing drugs, having unprotected sex, all this kind of stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Getting possession of your mind can bring material riches of your own choice and quantity. You say, what, Renee? Now you know why. When I read this book, my whole spirit perked up like, what? What you mean? If I just take possession of my mind. So I know you don't really know what that means right off bat, but if you're curious, you'll do the homework. You'll stay with this channel as I begin to explain to you what taking possession of your mind is, on top of you reading and doing some research. Because don't just believe me. Believe me, I'm not even the type of person that believe everything somebody tell me. I'm just trying to share with you what I know, because this book changed my life. I thought that because my parents was poor, because my family was poor, because I live in the inner city, Detroit, there's no way in the world I'm ever gonna have anything, because all the odds are against me. How in the world am I ever gonna be rich and have any money and be able to afford all the things that I want in life when I don't have any examples around me other than people with a pretty good job? And a pretty good job just means they're making more money than me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's out here making $50,000, $100,000 a year, okay, I feel like, ooh, you got a good job. But once I grew up, I realized, it's cool, but I want to make, $200,000, $250,000, $500,000 a year. I really want to make money, because I need $3.5 million in the bank by the time I'm 65. So I got to get busy because I started late. Anyway, let me tell you the penalties real quick, and then we're going to get off of here. The penalties you must pay for neglecting to take possession of your own mind and direct it is ill health, fear and worry, indecision and doubt, frustration and discouragement, poverty and want, and a whole flock of evils consisting of jealousy, envy, greed, anger, hatred, and superstition. Your only limitations are the ones that you set up in your mind or allow others to set up for you. You must learn to think for yourself. That means all your family traditions, social media and TV and your environment. Do not let those things think for you. Think for yourself. You have to control your thoughts, and you have to think accurately. So next time we talk, we will talk about your why statement. I think that in order to really stay on point, you need a why statement. You need a why that'll make you cry. You need to say, you know what? I'm going to do this for my kids. I'm going to do this because my mother is sick and And I need to get myself together because my mother need me. You know, my kids need me. You know, my husband needs me. Or I need, look, ooh, I need me. I need me. I need me to be happy. I need me to be healthy. I need me to be whole for a change. For a change. So next time we do our seafood boil or whatever else we're going to be doing, we're going to talk about our why statement. We're going to talk about why people fail in life. We're going to talk about why some people fail in life and why some people are rich. We all made from the same thing, and none of us made from nothing that the other one is made of. But why do you have some people who grew up dirt, diggity dog, broke, and still became millionaires? And why some people grow up dirt, diggity dog, broke, and they die that way? And they stay that way. What's the difference between those two people? What's the difference between the person who came from nothing, who was still abused, who was still misused, who still had, you know, shoes that was turned over and holes in their shirt? Like both of y'all, I mean, it was, both of y'all came from the dirt. How come one made it out and the other one didn't? That's something that we'll talk about next time. My seafood boil. All right, y'all. Because y'all know I wasn't going to eat all this, right? I'm going to save some of this for my husband and probably save some for lunch tomorrow. I just want you guys to know that I started this channel because I love you. I started this channel because I love me. So healthy and wealthians, we're going to get healthy together. We're going to get wealthy together because we have the power. The power is hidden on the inside of us. We have the power to take control of our mind and do whatever we really want to do with it. But I'm going to tell you what, we always going to do what we believe. Whether you believe negatively or whether you believe positively, your life will always be moving in the direction in which you believe. So my thing is, if you have a negative mind, and you know you have a negative mind, then come out from the negativity. Every day, listen to something positive. And not only listen to something positive, say something positive. I am changing. I am going to change. I'm not going to die like this. I'm sick of being like this. I don't want to be like this no more. And I pray that every day that God wake me up in the morning, that I have another chance to get it right, another chance to repent, another chance to ask for forgiveness for my sins, another chance to change my mean, hateful self, or another chance to change my fearful self, or another chance to change my passive self. If God woke you up this morning, that means that He still found some value in you. Even when you don't see the value in yourself, God found some value in you. He woke you up. Your eyes open. Everybody didn't wake up today. Be grateful and be thankful. Until next time, Miss Renee, I'm out of here.